and welcome to National Focus for Thursday, April 11, 2024. I am Aaliyah Martin. In the headlines, DOWASCO enhances water testing capabilities with new lab facility. Colihaut River wall to calm resident fears this hurricane season. And Wotten Waven playing field to play an important role upon completion. The details of the headline stories and more when we return.
Ride safe, wear a helmet, safer roads in the nature aisle. This message was brought to you by the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica.
Welcome back. The Dominica Water and Sewerage Company Limited, DOWASCO, has commissioned its new and improved laboratory facility at Antrim, marking a major milestone in improving water testing efficiency. The improved facility forms part of the Government of Dominica and the Caribbean Development Bank, CDB, loan-funded Water Area 1 Network Upgrade Project.
The laboratory facility has moved from a small two-room building located at DOWASCO's Baytown wastewater treatment plant in Roseau, where it performed analysis of water quality parameters since 2003, to the company's Antrim site. The functions of the laboratory include ensuring the safety and conformity to established standards of the company's water supply by assessing the performance of water treatment, detecting of deterioration in quality, and correcting any deficiencies. The laboratory conducts bacteriological, chemical, and physical tests as part of a regular monitoring program of each water system.
The new lab boasts modern amenities including separate biology and chemistry labs and a refrigeration room. New modern laboratory equipment was procured at a cost of $435,000 EC, and the installation and commissioning of the equipment as well as the related training of DOWASCO staff was completed in November 2023.
The amenities of the new lab foster increased testing capacity, additional productivity, and improvement in workflow. The increase in size allows for greater working comfort and staff safety, with space to accommodate additional lab staff. The new and updated equipment that is in place at the laboratory serves to improve the accuracy and speed with which various activities can be conducted, boosting overall efficiency.
This project was completed to the highest standards with construction activity totaling $1.3 million EC. With the commissioning of this advanced laboratory facility, DOWASCO is poised to elevate its water testing capabilities, ensuring the continued delivery of safe and reliable water services to the communities. Residents of Colihaut can expect to feel a lot safer from river flooding and property damage this upcoming hurricane season, thanks to the extent of work already done on the river defense wall. The defense wall will safeguard lives and property in the community, which has sustained significant impact from previous hurricanes. Sharita Libla feels that it is a huge relief for residents.
When I started working here in 2020, it was, it's Christmas time, the season, not hurricane season is closed. But sometime last year when the season was open and we had that incoming storm, you saw the fear of the community. And at that time, everybody wanted to move out. No, I went to school in Colihaut, and from then to now, you can see the change in everything. Last year, we had the road at Agomago, as they call it in Colihaut, cut off from the river. Now, right now, nobody wants to leave Colihaut and go and live elsewhere. So to me, the river will cut off the fear from the people.
Forecasters are predicting that this Atlantic hurricane season could be among the most active ever, with 23 named storms, 11 of which are expected to become hurricanes, and 5 that could reach major hurricane status.
It's the habitat, it's where people grow up, and you saw last year homes being flooded, businesses being flooded as well. Like, it's just a long time coming, and to me it's like, thank you. It's a need, not a want by the community to say, okay, well, things are being done by the government for us. No, this is a need for safety, to take away fear from individuals in the community.
Recently, the People's Republic of China signed an agreement committing to undertake works on the river wall, home repairs, and modern toilet facilities in Colihaut. The prospect of the wall's completion is certainly welcomed news for the people of Colihaut.
The wall have certain impact, and I would say a very good impact on the people from where it started to where it stopped. Because I remember the river passed above, not this wall above, the former wall it had 2 feet above. And that the river had great impact in the village at the time. But this river wall, I think, will have a great impact in for the villagers, because of the height that it has at the moment. And I think some of the villagers, there are people that fall on against. Some might say it's too low or whatever it is, but I think it has the correct height.
Mr. George says even at its current phase, the river defense wall can provide much needed protection for the residents of the community.
It's okay. It is safe for the time until we see another hurricane like Maria or worse than Maria. It's the second experience I had for the river at the height that it came, Maria. The river came as high as Maria some time ago, and it passed through the village at the back road and in that main road here. But it did not create any big impact in the village as Maria before the wall was built. But I feel there will be some sort of defense. If we get a river like Maria, there is some sort of defense.
This project is part of government's efforts to invest in resilient infrastructure as Dominica continues to build the world's first climate-resilient nation. Residents of Wotten, Waven, and the Greater Roseau Valley are anticipating the completion of rehabilitation works on the Wotten-Waven playing field. The rehabilitation of the field is being done to the tune of over $190,000. Upon completion, it will be a welcomed addition to the Roseau Valley area, known as the wellness capital of Dominica, with its many sulfur spas and peaceful ambience. Julieta Seja says the importance of the playing field cannot be overstated. She says her children and others who are seriously pursuing athletics will find the new sporting facility beneficial.
We have a lot of children that is doing athletics from Wotten Waven. They go to the grammar school and some other schools. And then if we have that playing field fixed as soon as possible, instead of they going and jogging on the road, or playing sports on the road, or going to the schoolyard and then playing with the little plants that we have there. If we have that, it will be able to help the children, and then they will, push themselves. Some of them would not put themselves in drugs. They would not follow bad company. But then they would have that playing field there, and then they would be able to help them. Who knows what we'll get from Wotten Waven when we have that playing field. And then even as my son is in Jamaica, and then my daughter is on the way, you understand? And there are other children that is here in Wotten Waven. That is one of the benefits for the children.
Deputy Chairman of the Wotten Waven Disaster Preparedness Committee and Chairman of the Development Committee, Rudolph George, says this playing field has always been key for the Roseau Valley to include times of disaster.
Wotten Waven playing field is very useful. I can go far back as Hurricane David and even Hurricane Maria, where during Hurricane David, that's where the helicopter landed actually to bring food supply for the villagers of Wotten Waven. During Hurricane Maria, a helicopter came in and picked up 2 of our persons who were sick here, and because we didn't have motorable roads at the time. And as soon as one of them reached at the Princess Margaret Hospital, was flown to Barbados and also find out that he suffered from a mild heart attack.
Sporting and other activities held at such facilities tend to foster a heightened sense of community togetherness.
It also will bring the community together, and it has been bringing the community together, and I know it will continue to bring the community together when the playing field is completed. It is plenty better now the way it is than the way it was a couple of years gone by. The guys used to play football, the ladies used to play rounders, cricket, and on a Saturday or a Sunday afternoon, alongside this road all the way back to the school ground, you would have find quite a bit of persons and selling their little ice pops, popcorns, and so forth because of the togetherness of the community when sport is being played.
The cohesiveness fostered in a small community through sports and other activities helps strengthen efforts to keep the youth away from harmful influences like drugs.
Sports bring togetherness, togetherness bring unity, and it trains our young minds to stay away from violence, drugs, and useless behaviors. So I believe that the playing field, when it is completed and handed back to us, because it's at this present time under the authority of the NAO, because they are the ones who is rehabilitating the playing field. When it is handed back to us and we take full control of the playing field maintenance and sport is being played, I guarantee you that every weekend you can come here and you will see the number of persons that will be on that playing field. Because the guys from Trafalgar are longing to be here. The fellas from Wotten Waven asking every day, when are they going to be able to use the playing field? I have to be explaining to them every time until the grass is fully grown and cut and handed back to us. We cannot utilize the playing field, but soon we will get the playing field.
When completed, the playing field is expected to enhance the whole development of Wotten Waven and further promote the Roseau Valley as Dominica's wellness capital. You're watching National Focus. More when we return.
I love the freedom when I'm out there. Simply put, the worries from shore, none of that out there. And it's my daily bread. I learned it from my dad. My dad is one of the senior guys here who catch the biggest fish around here. And he's top with the red snappers. It's a family thing. I'm the only one fishing right now in the family. Just keeping it going. I enjoy bringing them up, man. Sometimes we have a yellowfin tuna, 400 pounds. Man, let me tell you, that's just a joy out there. I enjoy going out there and just holding the big fish. I don't lift weights, I lift fish. The morning of my fishing trip, I would get up, make a little spice tea. Then I come down here. I have my GPS, which most fishermen are supposed to have that. Normally I prepare the day before, because whenever you're going out there, you must have ice. Ice is a must for preservation of the fish. So I always make sure I have everything the day before. My fish represents me, and I bring good quality fish ashore simply because the restaurants themselves, they have to show a quality product. Tourism and agriculture go hand in hand. That's what I think. We're all connected. It's like a big machine, and I'm just so proud to be a part of it. My name is Brandon Carlisle, and tourism is my business.
Welcome back. Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit says a new indoor facility will be built in Portsmouth. He explained that while the original plan was to erect the facility at the Benjamin's Park, the soil type present there was not suitable. Government has since acquired the necessary lands for this project.
Benjamin's Park is highly improved. We're now working on the courts. As a matter of fact, we also build an indoor sports facility there at the Benjamin's Park, but we have had to find a new location because of the soil type there. It is, as you know, Portsmouth is below sea level. So if you dig 6 inches down in Benjamin's Park, or foot down, you meet water. So we couldn't have built that structure there. So we've acquired new lands, and so that that has been redesigned to be placed there.
2 tennis courts have also been built at the Benjamin's Park.
We have the training facility, the regional training facility there, that you'll find nowhere else in the Widowed Islands. And I think it is highly rated. As a matter of fact, it's an area, is a grounds where international practice can take place. It has been certified by the West Indies Cricket Board and ICC, based on what I've been advised. Play football there. I think it's a matter for us to continue maintaining and upgrading the Benjamin's Park. So Benjamin's Park is in good shape. We've constructed some tennis courts. It's a matter now to move with the marking. So there we are to create a multiple sports taking place there, and of course the indoor netball and basketball courts will be built at a different location in Portsmouth.
Roseau will also see sporting developments this year, as a football pitch will be built near the grammar school as part of the project.
We're to build a football field next to the grammar school. As you know, the Chinese were occupying there, they'll be in the hospital, so they have vacated there. We're going to be clearing this, and so we will build a football pitch just for Roseau, and of course to be used by the grammar school. So that we're done there.
The rehabilitation of the cricket pitch and the construction of a new pavilion at the Botanical Gardens are also in the cards for government.
One of the things I wanted to do, for example, as part of the gardens, the Botanical Gardens redevelopment, was to redo the cricket pitch, build new pavilions, and as you know, below the pavilion, there's a huge space on the side, and then we are going to transform that into a synthetic small goal football. Because at present now the guys play on the thing, on the grass itself, and the grass itself. So we're going to use that as synthetic track. So the guys who are working come early morning or late at night, and use there so that you get them off from what it's supposed to be for botany purposes, and get into a designated playing area.
This all forms part of government's mandate to improve sporting facilities around the island as they foster the growth of community sports and athletes. The Discover Dominica Authority, DDA, has taken strides to make entry to Dominica easier for patrons for the 13th edition of Jazz and Creole. Destination Marketing Manager at Discover Dominica Authority, Ms. Andia Ravaria, says with Inter-Caribbean Airways being the official airline partner for Jazz and Creole, arrangements have been made to facilitate same-day travel to Dominica for patrons coming from the United Kingdom.
So if you're coming from the UK, Inter-Caribbean, our official airline sponsor of Dominica's 13th edition of Jazz and Creole, they have our back. They, right now, have this interline agreement with British Airways. So if you're coming from the UK, you hop over to British Airways, allowing for seamless same-day daily connections from Barbados to Dominica. So definitely, if you're in the UK and you want to come enjoy Jazz and Creole, come in with your fashion, your whole plan of how you're going to make your entrance, you can definitely do so, hopping on to British Airways.
Ms. Ravaria says Inter-Caribbean has set up 17 weekly flights coming from Barbados and St. Lucia.
Inter-Caribbean has 17 weekly flights to Dominica, connecting from Barbados and St. Lucia. So if you are in St. Lucia, if you are in Barbados, and you truly want to experience a unique, authentic cultural take on jazz, hop on Inter-Caribbean and come over. There are also non-stop flights from Totola, so my family in Totola, if you're listening, if you're watching, come join me for Jazz and Creole.
Patrons coming from the United States can also make use of the free weekly flights from America to Dominica, facilitated by American Airlines.
If you're coming from the US, everyone knows about AA, right? American Airlines. They will get you here. We have free flights, 3 flights on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. So definitely hop on a flight in the US and come join us. Silver Airways, with its codeshare partnership with American Airlines, JetBlue, United, and Delta, provides services to San Juan and onto Dominica. So book your trip to Dominica via American Airlines, United, JetBlue, or Delta. The itinerary will include one leg again from San Juan, Puerto Rico to Dominica.
The National Employment Program is having a positive impact on the community of Grand Bay in terms of employment and beautification. Supervisor of the Grand Bay NEP, Cleolitham, believes the significant impact of the program in her community is very evident.
The program is a very good program. It has a lot of people employed. A lot of single parents get the chance and opportunity to work and feed their family. I think for us it's very good. It's a very, very good program. We get to keep our community clean. As you can see in Grand Bay, our community is always clean. And as they have the cricket coming up, we want to ensure that the entire place is beautiful and well kept.
Out of the over 100 interns employed under the Grand Bay NEP, 43 of them are attached to the beautification program. The NEP is a sure way to ensure that the community is kept clean, particularly ahead of the hurricane season.
For example, before you have a lot of mosquitoes in the drains and stuff, we ensure that the drains are always cleared, not only during hurricane season, but all through. We also do like overhangs and stuff to even before the hurricane. And also we go to the different homes of the elderlies. We maintain their homes, we maintain their drains, we help them in any way that we can.
She is encouraging all citizens to throw their support behind the NEP.
I think it's a very good program. We want to thank the government of Dominica for that program. I know many people have their issues about the NEP, but I see the NEP as a very, very good program for myself. It helps me feed my family, and for all my other interns, they are very grateful. And I think everybody in Dominica should embrace the program.
Her team has also had the opportunity to serve in other communities.
I don't want to say my team is the best team, but it is. If, like, for example, Independence coming, we will go to the stadium, we'll go to Goodwill, and we'll make sure the place is clean. We go as far as Kenfield under the cliff. We were the first set that they moved to under the cliff to maintain there. We don't have a problem in moving anywhere. If they send us to Portsmouth, we go to Portsmouth. We are happy that we have the job, and wherever we are sent, we go.
Coming up next, the Creole News highlights with Jeno Jacob.
Bienvenue à ce nouvel en créole, nom monsieur Jeno Jacob. Premier ministre Dominic Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit développé NEP, National Employment Program, pour rendre occuper moun qui en l'âge et puis pour bas moun esprit jeune gens, expérience en travail et puis pour chaîne Dominic net et puis propre. National Employment Program là important pour Dominic. Ça c'est l'opinion Andrew Fontaine et puis d'autres travailleurs autres bagatelles et puis Fort Saint-Jean.
Moi je travaille. Je vais pas faire mon travail. Il me dit faut monter, moi je forme mais moi ya kay Fort Saint-Jean. C'est pour la petite mon travail et mon côté travail là c'est un bon travail faire. Gouvernement mettre tout le monde a un bon travail. Moi travail mon travail. Moi mettre roche, moi nettoyer, tout le travail en chemin. Moi mettre job là. Le gouvernement fait un bon job tout. Il y a des gens qui against les ouais. Mais il y a des gens qui aiment. Mais moi même job moi, même pour les autres moi même travail, moi fait travail moi. Mais moi pas faire rien. C'est boire qui te vendre nature boire dans qualité manière parce que on boire d'accord. So gouvernement met job là pour tout le monde là. Ça qui venir ka venir, ça qui pas venir pas venir. Mais il y a des gens qui pas de côté mais avec les gens moi fait travail moi. Je voulais que ça me travaille.
Carlos Thomas horde Fort Saint-Jean, car oui mais c'est gouvernement.
Moi toujours dire merci pour le gouvernement et pour tout le monde. Village, whole commune, whole pays à Dominique bien propre. Les gens en blanc vini, yo ka dit ça sont un bel pays, ça sont un pays qui net. Et ben nous avons un bon travail mais les enfants qui destroy fleurs, nous ka planter, nous ka faire habiter. Bon, là, mais là, en bas, nous faisons un flower garden. Eh bien, ici, tellement belle, super. Le gouvernement toujours la radio a parlé contre le ministre là, a parlé contre Dominique Bell, qui m'a Dominique a gardé belle comme ça. Il a apprécié. Et bien, nous avons fait un bon travail. Et bien, je suis content. Ça y est bon, et bien, je suis merci à tout, je merci Scarit. Bagay mo hagé pour depuis la je travaille NIP, mon foyer en NIP, mo hagé bagay pour mettre à kay moi.
Ricky Francis, Haute Font-Saint-Jean, qui a aussi remercié le gouvernement pour NIP programme là.
Je remercie le gouvernement Dominique pour ce qu'il a fait. Travail ça là, c'est un bon bagage mené dans le pays, mené NP dans le pays parce qu'il a mené l'argent au truc. Et là, le monde qui va faire rien, et fait nous les programmes là, ça ramène un GBT dans le pays, village là regarder belle, pays regarder belle, les touristes qui passent, ils ont remercier nous, ils ont regardé ça c'est bel travail, so continuer, ils ont pas nous taper bon nom, ce pays regarder belle, so nous va continuer, nous va tuer.
DOWASCO compagnie Glo et puis d'affaires privées Dominique lancé une meilleure facilité pour Thèse Glo. Facilité en trim à présent était en Charlottesville, Baytown. Il a bâti facilité avec l'agent Hot CDB, Caribbean Development Bank et puis gouvernement Dominique. Il y a un office et puis chambre pour travailler lab. DOWASCO a équipement lab neuf qui supporte bonne qualité de travail et puis aussi assurer bon test glo. Équipement a coûté gouvernement $435 000. Training pour travailler DOWASCO fini en novembre 2023. Facilité a coûté $1.3 million. Pour Jazz and Creole, dans la DDA Discover Dominic Authority, autorité pour découvrir Dominique, partenaire et puis Inter-Caribbean Airways, avion qui fait plus aisé pour moun venir voir 13e édition Jazz and Creole, mai 5 2024. Jazz and Creole qui prend place en Fort Shirley, Carbridge, Guantans. Inter-Caribbean Airways qui est officiel avion Jazz and Creole. Mademoiselle Andy Ravarier, manager la place destination DDA, fait annoncement ça là en une press conference hier. Premier ministre Dominique Honorable Roosevelt Skerritt dit gouvernement qui bâti une facilité sport neuf en ville de Guantans et qui est une indoor facility. Il y a que jouer sport en dedans facilité ya. Gouvernement qui a gardé pour terre pour bâtir facilité ya. Terre Benjamin Park pas sous table. Premier ministre Skerritt a parlé à ce Creole Heartbeat hier. Ça c'est tout à ce nouvel en créole. Non, monsieur General Jacob, au revoir.
And that's all for this edition of National Focus. Be sure to follow GIS Dominica on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitter. You can also drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm. From all of us here on the GIS News Production team, I am Aaliyah Martin. Thank you for watching.